Hello and welcome to the channel guys. So today in this video we're gonna talking the top 10 most expensive substances in the world. We often assume that platinum, gold or diamonds like things are most expensive materials in the world. But it's not so. There is a lot of matter that exists on the earth which has a cost of more than diamond like expensive gemstones. Some of these substances are extremely rare and valuable that is not easy to buy. But suppose if you get this somewhere, then surely it will make you rich. Here we are going to tell you about 10 world's most expensive substances that you may never heard of and their cost might surprise you. In number 10 in our list here comes benitoid, $20,000 per gram. Benitoid is the extremely rare material that is found in the rocks that have been altered by hydrothermal metamorphism. Benitoid is usually blue in color. It is basically barium titanium silicate mineral that is only found in Benito country in California. It was first discovered in 1907 and the benitoid name came from this specimen found in the headwaters of the San Benito River in Benito country in California. Due to its rarity and lack of availability, these substances are so quite expensive. A single small size of benitoid can be cost of $20,000 per gram. Benitoid is used to lavish gems, jewelry items, and mineral specimens. It is often cut into round and oval shapes and mostly reserved for the collectors. In number 9 in our list here comes lithium. It costs around $30,000 per gram. The lithium is a form of hydrogen or isotopes that is found in nature of radioactive elements. Lithium basically can be produced naturally from forming together gases and cosmic rays in the upper atmosphere. You might have noticed that on the exit sign, often on the public building, it is lithium that creates a radioluminescent light glow. Lithium is used in applications such as radioluminescent light source of watches and instruments, and as a radioactive fuel with nuclear fusion, energy generation and weapons. In number 8 in our list here comes red beryl. Cost around $50,000 per gram. The red beryl is one of the world's rare gemstones of beryllium aluminate that can be found only in the regions of Utah and New Mexico. This valuable and rare crystal, a single size can cost of $50,000 per gram because it's need a required geological environments that found in that area. This rare gemstone is used for expensive engagement rings. In number 7 in our list here comes diamonds. It costs around $65,000 per gram. As you know, the diamond, one of the world's most expensive gemstones. However, the diamond price depends on its quality and cost. A pure 1 carat diamond can cost about $13,000 per carat. The reality is there are only some rare diamonds are so expensive, not all. Diamonds are often used for lavish engagement rings. In number 6 in our list here comes serendipite, cost about $90,000 per gram. Serendipite is one of the extremely rare silicate mineral that was first discovered and named by Dunit Palika Gunasarika in 1902 in Sri Lanka. This valuable substance can cost in the region of $80,000 per carat. The serendipite is mainly used for ultra lavish jewelry. In number 5 in our list here comes grandidierite. It cost about $1 lakh per gram. This rare mineral was discovered in 2002 in southern Madagascar. A single size grandidierite priced of approximately $20,000 per carat. At the same point, grandidierite is the second most expensive mineral. According to the Forbes, it is the third most valuable substance in the world. It was named in the honor of French explorer Alfred Grandidier. This expensive and rare substance is used for ultra lavish jewelry. Number 4 in our list here comes Finite, $3 lakh per gram. Finite is the rare borate mineral that was first discovered by British mineralogist Arthur D.C. Payne in 1950, who originally didn't identify them it is a ruby. The name Finite comes from D.C. Payne and these minerals are only found in Myanmar. The Finite are so rare mineral, a single carat of Finite can cost about $60,000 and it is mainly used for luxury engagement rings. In number 3 in our list here comes red diamond. It cost about $5 million. Everyone loves diamonds, especially the colored ones. There are mainly colored diamonds exist in the world, but there is one diamond most popular for its beauty, that is red diamond. This is the rarest and most valuable diamond found on earth and it can worth in the region of around $1 million per carat. The red diamonds are mostly found to weight of less than 1 carat. In number 2 in our list here comes Californium 252. It cost about $27 million per gram. The californium-252 is the first discovered in 1950 at the University of California at the Berkeley Radioactive Lab, and it was worth about 27 million per gram. California is a radioactive element that is used to find a layer of water and oil in the oil industry, and as well as gold and silver perspectives. The particular substance is used as neutron in applications such as nuclear startup and neutrospectroscopy. This californium-252 hazardous element has a half-life of 2.645 years that is mainly produced by nuclear reactors. In number 1 in our list, here it comes antimatter. It costs about $100 trillion per gram. The antimatter is considered the most expensive substance in the world, but it might be just a science fiction for most of us. According to NASA scientists, it would cost of $1 trillion per gram of this waste, but in 1999 it was the cost of $67 million per gram. The antimatter is used in applications such as cancer diagnosis, as fuel in space shuttle, and space travel. According to modern physics, antimatter mainly defined as a matter which has an antiparticle nature. There is no any other materials come close to antimatter for being and world's most expensive substance. So these are the list of top 10 most expensive substances in the world. If you find this video interesting and helpful, do share with your friends and family. And please like this video and do subscribe to the channel for more interesting stuff like this. So see you guys in the next video. So till then, bye.